You've been told that owning a home is the ultimate key to wealth, that it's the cornerstone of the North American dream, the single greatest investment you will ever make. But what if that key is actually a key to a trap? What if the entire market is designed to make you fail? What if the numbers, the statistics, the very foundation of what we're told about housing is a lie? For decades, the story was simple. Buy a house, build equity, and watch your net worth soar. And for a while, for a certain generation, that story was true. But things have changed. The landscape has been twisted by forces we're only now beginning to understand. So let's start with the official story. You see the headlines all the time. Cooling markets, stabilizing prices, housing recoveries. These reports come from official-sounding sources. And they paint a picture of a market that might be a little shaky, but is fundamentally sound. They point to things like median home prices as proof that everything is fine. But here's the first crack in the story. Those median prices, they're missing the most important piece of the puzzle, your income. They tell us the median home price in the U.S. is around $400,000. In Canada, it's even higher. But what does that actually mean for the average person? Today, the median house price in the U.S. is nearly 6 times the median household income. That's a record high. The income you need to actually afford a home has jumped by 80% since 2020. But median income? It's only gone up by 23%. In Canada, it's even worse. Home prices there have exploded, leaving incomes in the dust. So, how are people still buying homes? The answer is the second and much darker part of this lie: debt. The modern housing market isn't built on savings. It's built on a mountain of debt. In Canada, for every dollar of take-home pay, Canadians owe $1.80. A huge piece of that is mortgage debt. This isn't creating wealth, it's creating debt servitude. The equity you think you're building is just a number on a screen. It's completely dependent on a market that is detached from reality. And what happens when that reality check comes? We saw a preview in 2008, and we learned nothing. Instead, we just blew the bubble up even bigger. So, who is benefiting from all of this? Why is this illusion so carefully protected? As always, just follow the money. This isn't about regular people buying and selling homes anymore. The North American housing market has become a global casino. A flood of foreign money has poured into cities like Miami, New York, Vancouver, Toronto. This isn't about investing in communities. It's about parking huge sums of cash in a stable asset. This hot money pushes prices far beyond what local people can ever afford. But it's not just foreign buyers. We have to look at the powerful players right here at home. Corporate landlords and private equity firms have been on a buying spree. They are snapping up single-family homes and turning them into rentals. This creates a vicious cycle. The more homes they buy, the less supply there is for you. This drives up prices, which forces more people to rent, which lets corporate landlords charge even higher rents. The dream of home ownership is being systematically replaced with a reality of being a renter for life. And what about the government? They offer programs to help first-time buyers, but many of these programs just prop up a broken system. They are band-aids on a gaping wound. Instead of fixing the real problems, they just allow buyers to take on even more debt, which inflates prices even more. The lie of the housing market isn't just about money. it has deep and damaging social consequences. For generations, owning a home meant stability. People put down roots. They invested in their neighborhoods. But when the housing market becomes a casino, all of that is lost. Neighborhoods turn into a collection of investment properties. The dream of starting a family gets delayed or is abandoned completely. Young people are forced to leave the cities they grew up in. We see the rise of the super commuter, people living hours from their jobs, sacrificing time with their families. We see a generation drowning in debt, unable to save for retirement. And what about the psychological toll? The constant stress and anxiety of housing insecurity. The feeling of playing a game that is rigged against you. This isn't just about economics. It's about the erosion of hope. It's about the slow death of the middle class. So, where do we go from here? The first step is to admit the truth. To understand that the housing market right now is a house of cards. A correction isn't a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And the longer this bubble is inflated, the more painful the pop will be. But this doesn't have to be a story of doom and gloom. There are solutions. We need to demand a complete rethinking of our housing policies. We need to aggressively deal with speculation and corporate ownership of family homes. We need to invest in a massive expansion of non-market housing like co-ops and community land trusts. We need to reform zoning laws to allow for more types of housing to be built. And on a personal level, we need to change our mindset. We have to stop looking at housing as a get-rich-quick scheme and start seeing it for what it is, a fundamental human right. The road ahead is difficult. Powerful interests will fight to keep things the way they are. But the current system cannot last. It's a ticking bomb at the heart of our society. The housing market is a lie. But the truth can set us free. It's time to demand better. It's time to build a housing system that works for people, not for profit. If you found this video informative, make sure to subscribe and click the notification bell. We're going to dive deeper into these issues in the coming weeks. Let us know in the comments below. What's the housing situation like where you live? Have you felt the squeeze of this affordability crisis? Thanks for watching. And remember, question everything.